Overwatch 2 Season 11 went live, at least when recording this, about an hour ago. So we got some brand new patch notes I'm going to be breaking down for you guys. So if you guys want to watch some patch notes or stick around as I go through the patch notes to kind of explain everything, feel free to stick around. Not going to be too much on screen. So we're going through the patch notes. If you guys want to tap out, listen to me talk, that'd be great as well. I'll probably throw some gameplay in the background, but we do have a significant amount of changes and a lot of stuff I do want to talk about for Season 11, so without further ado, let's get right into it. If you guys like the videos, leave a like, subscribe, share the video. I also might be live later with some Season 11. If not, I'll probably be live for sure tomorrow night, at least when I'm uploading this, the day I'm uploading this, with some Season 11. So if you guys want to drop by when I'm playing the game live, feel free to drop by, usually around like 9:80 ST. So I'm going to get right into this. I'll throw the notes on screen for you guys right now. If you guys want to check out the notes yourself, they're live on the Blizzard website. This patch, at least when recording this, went live around about an hour ago, so it's actually live game if you guys want to go play currently. Season 11, Super Mega Ultra Watch. You guys can read all this stuff. Pretty much what this really is. Actually, a bunch of other random stuff like the Battle Pass and stuff. You also have the Mercy skin, which I think they talk about a little bit lower down on here. I'm not sure actually, but actually they don't actually talk about it, so I'm going to actually talk about the Mercy skin real quick because there's a lot of people that have been wondering what I think of the Mercy skin. I think the Mercy skin overall, like, it's actually a good thing for the game, but like there's a few things like nobody's really talking about with the Mercy skin. Like the first thing is like they originally, back in Overwatch 1 when the original pink Mercy skin was released, a lot of people actually bought that skin mainly thinking that it was never going to return, and that's kind of what Overwatch, or at least Blizzard at the time, alluded to, that they were never sure that it would ever return again. So a lot of the people actually valued that skin in Overwatch 1, and especially like accounts that had that skin. So a lot of people that actually have Pink Mercy, or like with the announcement of this Pink Mercy skin, all the people that actually bought it in Overwatch 1 have a skin that's pretty much virtually worthless now. So that's kind of the main drawback of this. A lot of people say, oh, you're complaining for something that's good. There's legit no bad thing to this, blah, blah, blah. But there is a few like small bad things about it. Like there really is. With everything Blizzard does, there's always bad stuff associated with it. That's what, same thing with the Pink Mercy skin. Just because it's a skin that all the profits go for charity doesn't mean like some of the shit they're doing with the skin or even bringing it back makes that really like a good thing. A lot of the people in Overwatch 1 that originally got the skin are really, really mad. And there's also people that actually spent money on Overwatch accounts, whether it was an Overwatch 1 account or whatever, or like an Overwatch 2 account that was transferred from Overwatch 1 with the Pink Mercy skin on it because they thought it would never return. And they ended up spending thousands of dollars on an account that actually had the Pink Mercy skin on it. And all those people now, they spend thousands of dollars on an account that has a skin that's pretty much worthless now. So I feel bad for anybody that was dumb enough to really do that. Like, that's kind of stupid. At the same time, I kind of feel bad for those people because they're out of a skin that they paid thousands of dollars for, pretty much. So I think the main thing what they should have did is with the Pink Mercy skin, if they really wanted to make another like charity skin, they should just made an entirely new skin for a different hero. I don't know why they brought back Pink Mercy or even like give us a recolor. If they really actually wanted to keep the value of the original Pink Mercy and actually make it special, they should have kept the Pink Mercy the way it was, and they should have gave us a brand new like charity skin. That's what they should have did, like a pink variant of like another support or something, like on like a Life Weaver or an Honest skin or something. I don't know, some other support, like some other hero, like a pink variation for the charity or whatever. Doesn't make what Blizzard did like less scummy though. Like that's kind of the main thing. It's like pretty much the same thing. Like if you go rob a bank and then you say, well, I robbed the bank, but I'm going to be giving the money all to charity. Does that make it any better? Just because you go rob the bank, but you're going to be giving it to a good cause. It's kind of the same thing with Blizzard, especially with this, like bringing back the skin when a lot of people thought the skin was never going to be coming back. So I feel bad for anybody that has the original Overwatch like 1 Pink Mercy skin and was led to believe that it would never return because you guys got just absolutely fucked over. Sucks to be you guys. I feel you guys. It's awful. Unfortunately, I don't have the Pink Mercy skin, and I'm still probably not going to buy it even if it goes for charity. I just don't have that kind of money to waste on stuff. But still. Got some community crafted modes. We got a bunch of pretty much what they're gonna be doing is they're gonna be doing like a short LTM thing where each specific role has like a content creator that like balanced every single hero. So like one of them balanced the tanks, one of them balanced all the damage, and one of them balanced the DPS. Who cares? You know what I really want to see them do? Why don't they have a Nintendo Switch content creator? Why don't they have me balance some of the tanks for like one of these LTMs? I think I'm like the only Nintendo Switch Overwatch 2 content creator that's actually making like consistent content for the Switch version of the game. Why don't they invite me out to one of these things or like have me do some of this type of stuff? I don't know why it's always the same people over and over. They had this a few patches back to I think it's like 5 or 6 seasons ago. I think it was some of the same people that also did it as well. Why do they have the same people do it every single time? I have no idea. Probably because all the people that are actually included in this are all brown nosers to Blizzard. That's probably why. They bend over and kiss Blizzard's ass every single time they can. That's the only way you can actually get into get into the game and actually get put in features for one of the LTMs or that type of thing, probably. Got Hero Mastery updates. I don't know who even plays the Hero Master. I thought they were actually going to be removing that from the game. I don't know why that seems still a thing. New map. We got a brand new map for Push. I think Push is still a garbage game mode, so hopefully the map is decent. It looks good in like the previews and stuff, but it's still pretty bad. I don't really care for Push as a game. What I just wish they would bring back 2CP. Challenge updates. We got some really good quality of life change. Like all this stuff here is really good. Like I'm not gonna complain with any of this stuff. Like you can actually do the challenges like on your own weekly pace now without having to like worry about not completing them all on a weekly basis. So that's kind of cool. Some overall, like this patch does have some overall like really good quality of life changes, especially with ranked as well. Like I'm not complaining about any of that. Like there is some solid improvements here, but overall, especially when we get to the balance, I took a kind of a peek at the balance before I record this, and my gosh, this might be one of the worst balance updates I think we've ever gotten for the game. I think we're going in reverse, y'all. I think we're from Season 1 of Overwatch 2 up till Season 11 now, being over 10 seasons in the game. I think we're actually going in reverse for balance-wise for the game. It seems like they just never learn, which we'll get that into that in a little bit here. Competitive play updates. This here is all good quality of life changes as well. Percentage is now displayed in the competitive progress page, allowing you to check your exact percentage without playing another match. That's a huge one. That alone is like one of the biggest changes this entire season, right here. Rename the modifiers win and loss streak to win trend and loss trend to more accurately convey these modifiers. Added more parameters of how the matchmaker handles wide groups. That's, I guess, if you only play with like 3 or 4 stacks, so if you're like me and you're usually solo queuing or like dual queuing most of the time, that doesn't really affect you. A button that allows you to view the match's final score. Scoreboard has been added to each page during the end of game flow. So overall, at least for ranked, some solid quality of life changes. I can't really complain there. Probably some of the only like best changes of this entire season. Now we get into the balance, as I was talking about a little bit ago. First off, we got this general thing. Knockdown time when 2 charging abilities collide, reduced 2 seconds down to 1.7. This doesn't really matter for most of your heroes. It's for Ryan, Doombrig, Mauga, and Bob. So a lot of these don't really matter. And it's really rare that actually happens anyways. Usually be running into each other, it's either an accident or like you just end up having to like randomly end up doing it. So a lot of the time this doesn't really matter. So I'm not really too worried about that at all. Here we got the balance changes. D.Va, they're buffing D.Va, y'all. Weapon spread reduced from 3.75 down to 3.37, so that's a buff, a huge buff. And then the impact of her boosters from 15 to 25. I don't know about you guys, but I think D.Va is like one of the most like consistent tanks in the game, even before these balance changes for this past season. I don't even think D.Va really needed any of the buffs. I think the main thing that D.Va needed was like Orisa being nerfed again, and like Mauga being nerfed again, which we don't have at all in this patch. We have no Orisa nerfs and any more nerfs for her, and not a single change to Mauga, which is probably the best tank in the entire game. So like we have none of that shit here at all. So I really don't know why they're buffing D.Va when they should actually be nerfing some of the other tanks that are just really good into her. No idea. Junker Queen. Here's some really good Junker Queen buffs. These are probably some of the only balance changes I think out of this entire patch. Actually, I lied. Orisa isn't here. forgot that she actually was, but I meant Malga mainly. Junker Queen, these are probably some of the best balance changes out of this entire season. Like the only ones that actually make sense. Jagged Blade now pulls tanks further, that's a huge change. And Rampage, they reduced the startup time so you have a smaller chance of getting stunned out of your ult entirely. That's a huge change. So, some really good changes to Junker Queen. I think this is the main problem with Junker Queen. She's just too squishy. I think that's the main problem. She has no way to like close the distance fast enough. Like, I think the main problem with Junker Queen is she doesn't have any shield, so her shout is on too long of a cooldown. It doesn't give you nearly enough shield. So, I don't think Junker Queen's really going to be that good until they actually either buff the shit out of her shout, or they make it some way to where she's actually able to close the distance on stuff a lot faster. Because the main problem with Junker Queen, she just gets pretty much destroyed by anything like medium to long range. Stuff she's not able to hit in close range, and she just loses that way most of the time compared to a lot of the other tanks. And that's the main problem, because she just doesn't do any damage, like apart from like close range. It's the main thing that's really holding her back. She's really good though. She can be pretty good if you know what you're doing. She's really fun to play too. Orisa, I really don't understand. Orisa went from being the best tank in the game to getting the shit nerfed out of her, and now we're buffing her again. This is supposed to show you like this balance team needs to be entirely terminated, which is something I say every single season. I've been saying it for like at least almost probably 10 seasons now. At least 8 to 10 seasons. Not every single season. There's some that were better than others, but like, especially this season, like I don't know how the current balance team, the ones that are actually balancing the game, like I really don't know how they're actually even employed still. If I'm being paid for free, like I'm not even getting any money from this. I am balancing your game for free, and I can balance the game better than you actually balance the game, and you're being paid to balance the game. There's a huge problem. I bet you can have little Timmy from down the street that doesn't even play Overwatch take a quick glance at all the heroes, and probably he would be able to balance the game even better than the current Overwatch balance team. I guarantee you. That is how awful the current balance team is. I don't know why we're buffing Orisa again. Did you not learn your lesson? Did you not learn your lesson the entire season of pretty much season 10 of Orisa running the entire fucking game? How fucking stupid are you? How stupid are you? Wow, like I said, I don't know who's actually in charge of like all the balance changes, if it's one person or like an entire team of people, but whoever it is, they need to get the pink slip and they need to be fired. They obviously don't play the game, or they forget really easily on what happened the previous season. They have a really short-term memory. Here we go with another problem. Roadhog. If you guys don't know, Roadhog's pretty much like the only hero I pretty much play. Like 99% of my time I'm playing Hog. I am a rank 83 prestige Nintendo Switch Roadhog player. Probably the highest prestige and probably the best Roadhog player on Nintendo Switch for the entire console platform. Why are we nerfing Hog? Here we go again with this absolute just fucking mind-boggling, stupid-ass fucking balance changes that make no sense. Why the fuck are we nerfing Hog? Oh, because the pro players complained. The pro players and the large streamers and content creators, they don't like Hog, so we're gonna nerf him now. If that's what you're judging your balance off, then you need to just like either legit like just quit trying or just say the game's done, because like if you listen to all the pro players and like the large streamers and content creators and every little word they say and base your balance changes off that, then the entire game's going to be dead with like in the next few seasons. Like we cannot be judging the balance changes off of one hero by what those people say. I don't know why I really don't know why we nerfed Hog. Just keep in mind, y'all, the best tank in the game right now is Malga. Malga never got one balance change out of this entire patch, but Roadhog, who is mid at best, unless you land every single hook and do everything absolutely perfectly to actually get value, got nerfed really badly this patch. Just keep that in mind as we go forward. Fucking stupid balance team. If there's anybody to tell you something about Hog, it would probably be me, because like I said, I guarantee you, like pretty much nobody watching this video is over like 80 prestige with Hog and has like 99% of their game time on Hog. If there was anybody to tell you like if he needs to be buffed or nerfed, it would probably be me. I don't know. I really don't know. I think Hog's going to be probably the worst tank in the game again after these changes. This makes it that the survivability of Hog pretty much like you fall over and die instantly. Pretty much these changes. I wouldn't say they're even small changes. These are huge changes. 50 health is crazy. It's a lot of health, and especially the DR from 50 down to 40. That's a huge amount of DR. Losing that, so you don't have nearly enough HP or nearly the amount of HP you once had to actually get to full. And you not only that, you're able to take a lot more damage, especially when you're trying to recover yourself. Guarantee you, this is going to be another season where Hog is probably the top 3 worst tanks in the game. Guarantee you. Can't wait. Me, the pathetic little me, the one that only can play Hog the majority of the time. And it's the only tank that I can actually play to where I can carry a game with him. Because I don't know how to fucking play anything else at that level. Call me a degenerate, call me a loser, whatever. But still, like, now poor little me's gonna have to sit and play Hog at being the worst tank in the entire game for his entire season. And then I'm gonna get flamed in all my lobbies because people are gonna be wondering why I'm playing Hog over any other tank because he's so bad. I'll be like, oh, I don't know, yo. I don't know. I can't play anything else because Blizzard always nerfs my hero. I can't play anything else. They don't like Hog players. What am I supposed to do? Maybe you should blame Blizzard. Maybe you should go after them. Got McCree. McCree was destined to get some changes this season. We'll go through them real quick. I don't know. All these changes really say is like, yeah, we fucked up. We should have never reworked McCree from Overwatch 1, and we should never took away his flashbang. Like, that's everything. Like, that's legit all these balance changes say. That's pretty much what they're trying to tell us. Yeah, we fucked up. We should have never reworked McCree from Overwatch 1 going into Overwatch 2. We should have kept everything the entirety same with him from Overwatch 1, just carried him over. Because now, since we reworked him, he's been a balancing nightmare. Can't say you failed to rework more than this. That's pretty much what this is. Peacekeeper, secondary fire, fan the hammer, reduce the damage, good. Absolute fucking hated going against McCree and having a McCree just stand in your face as a tank, fanning the hammer over and over, and then every time you kill them, they dodge, roll away, and take no damage. Gosh, is that fucking AIDS. Get that shit out of here. Combat roll, they reduced the DR, good. Flashbang. Magnetic grenade is now reverted back to flashbang. AKA, yeah, we fucked up. We fucked up the rework for McCree. We should have never reworked flashbang, and we should never reworked him at all. I don't know what they aren't going to say that here though. They're going to be like, yeah, we never the rework to McCree never went as planned. We fucked up. You guys are right. We should never got rid of flashbang. They're never going to say that though. That's pretty much what this is. Hinders enemies. Well, it's pretty much flashbang, but like instead of like a stun, it's just hinder. That's pretty much what it is. So that's what, instead of stunning somebody, you just hinder them so they don't move as fast. That's really what it is. So it's flashbang, but with different effects. Then why even rework flashbang to begin with? I have no fucking idea. Oh my gosh. Clowns. He's clowns. And then we got some Deadeye changes. I don't know. Deadeye is still really bad. I think Deadeye is a really bad ult, just mainly because it gets blocked and by so many things. And like it's really easy to check, so I don't know. I think if you're playing McCree, you're just playing him to either for the flashbang now or just to spam the hammer, or fan the hammer, or whatever. And he still does really good damage. He's really survivable, so like he's still going to be one of the better DPS in the game. I don't think these balance changes, like least rework / nerf wise, really do much to him. He might be a little bit worse, but like I think he's still going to be one of the best ones in the game. Mei got some changes. They pretty much what they did is they increased their damage on the secondary fire, but they made it a little bit more difficult to hit. Who cares? I don't think that'll really do much to her anyways. I don't know why we're changing Mei, because she's one of those heroes that's just really frustrating to play against, especially when she's really good. So I would just keep her the way she is currently. I don't want her being changed at all. We have Reaper being buffed. I'm going to tell you guys right now, as the main DPS I've been playing the last 2 seasons, ever since Pharah got reworked, is Reaper. Because I can't play Pharah anymore, they ruined her. Reaper got reworked for... Or not, never got reworked. Reaper got buffed for this patch. And I can tell you guys right now, these changes to Reaper do absolutely nothing. He's still going to be just as bad as he was for this past season. The main thing that made Reaper bad was the headshot changes. And the tank buffs for not having to take as much damage from headshots. That's the main thing that kind of nerfed him. if you want to step in the right direction and actually make Reaper actually good, I would actually work his Wraith form into a resource-based ability, to where you're able to activate it whenever you want, but it's based off of a resource. I think that's what I would actually do with Reaper. I think that would actually make him good. None of these changes here that they're trying to do with him are going to make him good. The problem with Reaper is he can't get in. Like, there's so many other, like, dive or, like, similar type of heroes in the game, like Genji, Tracer, Sombra, and everything. They're able to get in and get out of wherever they need to really go. With Reaper, you just get checked by everything. Your mobility's garbage, and if you're at close range now, the main thing you were actually going to be able to duel was the tank. And now all the tanks duel you because they don't take any headshot damage, so they're able to duel you a lot better, especially since then. And they actually can fight you now, which was the main thing that Reaper had going for it before those changes. At least that's what I would do. Another thing I would probably do is I would make him have better damage at, like, medium range. Because his damage at, like, if it's not at close range, like medium range, you just don't do anything. You apply the Cauterize passive, like the DPS passive to some stuff, but, like, your damage is so garbage, you just get out-dueled by everything at, like, medium range. You don't even do, like, competitive, like, amounts of damage. Like, you just get out-damaged by everybody. Your damage is, like, legit, like, mosquito bite tickle damage at, like, medium range. I'm not saying, like, he's supposed to be a close range character and everything, but I'm not saying that he's supposed to be good at medium range. But, like, at least make him do a little bit more consistent damage at medium range. That'd be something. At least he can be able to duel stuff at medium range and kind of at least help his team if he's not able to dive on anybody. Reaper went from being, like, one of the best, like, characters in the entire game until they reworked the tank passives or whatever with the headshot changes, and then he actually turned it, even, like, on cons, like your middle tier ranks, he would always stomp your middle tier lobbies, and I'll be the first one to tell you, like, I fucking hated Reaper, especially before then, but ever since those changes, I think Reaper's fallen off, probably the worst, like, fall in the entire game. All mid even as well, like, even in, like, your lower to mid tier lobbies, like, I don't even see him, like, pub stomping lobbies like he used to. I'm actually seeing him lose a lot of your games, which is funny enough. Unless I'm playing Hog, then I have a Reaper in my face the entire game, because that's what you do. You go after the tank the entire game, especially if you have a Hog or a Malga on the enemy team. I think that's the only thing he really does. Sojourn, they're changing Sojourn. They got some changes to her. I don't know. I really don't think these changes are going to really do much to her, y'all. I think she's actually going to be better than she was, because now you can actually get the Pierce. Secondary fire no longer requires overclock to pierce enemy players. So now, not only are you able to actually charge to full, you're not going to be doing as much damage to charge, but you can charge to full now, and you actually get a free pierce. So pretty much if people are standing together, you can actually shoot through multiple people and damage multiple people if they're standing in a group in, like, a line of where you shoot. So you don't have to use your ult to be able to only get that effect. You can actually do that with your regular secondary fire without your ult in, like, your base kit. That's fucking crazy. Huge failure for the balance of Sojourn yet again. How many patches will it take for them to actually get Sojourn balanced correctly and actually make her a balanced hero? I don't know. I'm guessing she'll never be balanced. That's one thing I'll ever guess, because if she's too weak, then the pro players and the large content creators and streamers will complain. But then if she's too broken, then everybody complains and they don't know how to balance it correctly, so they have no idea what the fuck they're doing. Symmetra, we got some changes to Symmetra. I'm gonna tell you guys right now, these changes to Symmetra do nothing. They increased her health by 25 health, and then they made it so her base weapon charge is 25% faster, so it is able to get to full charge a little bit faster. I'm going to tell you guys right now, Symmetra is going to be still the worst hero in the entire game, at least for the damage. And the main reason why is because she just doesn't do anything. If you're not right somebody's face and not at full charge, you legit do nothing. If you really want to make Symmetra good, why don't you change your teleporter to make it infinite duration? That'd be a great change. And, like, make it so, like, her actual, like, her primary weapon, it's pretty much like it has barely, like, any damage to, like, get to full charge. Make it so like it's not full charge constantly, but, like, as long as you touch somebody for, like, a second, then it automatically goes to full charge and you're doing full charge damage. I think that would actually make it really good for her, because right now it just takes too long to get to full charge. Even with these changes, like, I don't see it really doing much to her at all. She's too squishy and she gets dove by everything. She gets out damaged by everything because it takes too long for her to actually do damage herself. Her long range damage is difficult to hit. She legit does nothing. You had her buff her turrets. I mean, I really don't want him to buff her turrets, but like, I don't know, do something, because she's garbage. Symmetra's off. Garbage. Still going to be the worst hero in the entire game. Guys, now we're getting into the supports. Alari, damage from her knockback, her movement ability, went from 10 to 25. And then the healing, they buffed the healing on her healing pylon. Why did she need these changes? I have no idea. I think Alari for Season 10 was actually in a pretty balanced spot. I don't even think she needed any balance changes. Again, here we go with the balance changes, throwing darts at a wall on random support heroes and actually buffing or nerfing them for no reason. Don't even know why Alari needed any changes. I think she was, out of all the supports this past season, probably one of the more balanced ones. And then we got Kiriko nerfs. Why the fuck are you nerfing Kiriko? I have no idea. I don't know. At least in like your lower to mid tiers are ranked, like I think Kiriko's really average. I really don't think she's that good. Maybe in your higher tiers of play she's really good, but like I really don't think Kiriko's that good. It's mainly because like, especially with the DPS passive, like her healing just doesn't do anything. You need to be like fully out of the DPS cauterized passive to actually heal stuff. Otherwise you just don't do anything. I think that alone just makes her balanced. I really do. I don't know why they're nerfing her again. They're nerfing the Swift Step and they're nerfing the Suzu Protection. So now it no longer cleanses hard knockdown stuns. So stuff like Reinhardt knockdown and a few other things. Why did we need these changes to Kiriko? I have no idea. Again, another stuff that probably the large content creators or streamers, the pro players probably complained about. And then the devs listen to them and they throw some balance changes out for it. Pretty much, in other words, the minority of the players that nobody should be listening to for like balance changes, pretty much. The people that are probably like the 1 to 5% of all players. Everybody else has to suffer now because of this. What else do we have? That's it. Oh, that's it. By the way, is for like balance changes too, especially for supports. No Ana nerfs, no Lucio nerfs. There's nothing else here. Like what else? I really don't know. Unless they're saving a lot of this stuff for like mid-season. But at the same time, I really don't know where a lot of stuff is for this balance patch. Like, I really don't know. No Tracer nerfs. Sombra never got any changes. She's probably the best hero in the entire game, at least for DPS. Or at least one of the most annoying ones. Not a single nerf to Sombra. No Mauga changes. No Sigma nerfs. No Ramattra nerfs or buffs. I thought Ramattra would be on here in some way. I don't see Ramattra at all. Or even like Sigma again. I really don't know where are the balance changes? The balance changes we get, like 90% of them are fucking garbage. And the ones we actually need aren't on here. That's like legit every single season of the balance for the heroes. I don't know, like for this season too, like I got my hopes up. Like I was like, this season looks promising, but like once we see the balance changes, I'm sure the entire season will be ruined. And what happened again? The season looked promising, and then they dropped the patch notes for the balance changes for the heroes, and it ruined the entire season yet again. So, I don't know, I'll give you guys credit, like, the last 2 seasons have been okay. Like, last season wasn't really the greatest, but, like, this season looked promising, but then you drop the balance changes for everything, and that pretty much ruined the entire game again, so. Now I'm sure we're going to have a bunch of other headaches, and a lot of other headaches that haven't got fixed balance-wise from the previous season, which we're still going to have to deal with. Clown show. I really don't know. I don't know what they're doing over at Blizzard. I really don't know. We got some map changes here if you guys want to look at these. These are for some of the push maps. They made some reworks to them. If you guys want to look at these, they're on the Overwatch Blizzard website. Go check them out. But apart from that, not really too much else to really talk about here. Some bug fixes. There's also a bug that actually, I don't know if it's on Switch specifically or if it's for everybody, but like if you actually equip your mastery weapon for like a gold or a jade weapon, it won't show up in first person, which I think it's been a bug for I don't know how long now, probably like almost the entirety of Overwatch 2. If there's anybody from Blizzard watching my videos, please look into that bug. Because you have, like, I don't know how many times I play Hog and like I have the jade weapon for Hog, but like in first person view it'll show my normal weapon, but like in third person when I'm like use it, like throw out my hook, or like in like replays or like the kill cam or whatever, and I'm actually like going after people like on their end, they can actually see the J weapon, but I can't see it on my end for some reason in first person. I think that's a bug that hasn't been fixing forever. If anybody's from Blizzard happens to be watching my video, look into that. That'd be great. I don't know if it's a Switch console like exclusive bug or if that's for like all the console players. I'm not sure, but or if it's just for Hog specifically. And I don't really play much apart from Hog, at least to that stuff that has mastery weapons. So not sure, but hopefully that gets fixed. Apart from that, let me know what you guys think of the season down below. Overall, the Battle Pass too. We have a mythic Ash skin for a Battle Pass and some other stuff. There's actually a decent Roadhog skin in the Battle Pass, but at the same time, they nerfed the fucking shit out of Hogs. Like, they finally actually have a decent skin in the Battle Pass for Roadhog, but then they go and nerf the shit out of him the same season. He actually finally gets a decent skin for once, so that's just another shitty thing. Are you guys going to buy the Battle Pass, or are you guys going to be buying some of the Lifeguard skins? There's also a Lifeguard Kiriko, Life Weaver, and there's a few Roadhog skins, and there's a few other ones that they're going to be putting into the game. Some are recolors. There's a lot of recolors with this season too. And the entire Battle Pass has like 6 to 8 recolors, which is just fucking lazy. I don't know about you guys, but I might buy the Battle Pass. If I do, it's just for the Roadhog skin inside the Battle Pass. I'm not sure yet though. I have a bunch of free credits that I've been racking up since Season 1, so I haven't bought anything yet. I'll never be giving Blizzard like an actual dime of my real money. But if I do that, I might end up getting it for that. Let me know what you guys are going to be doing in the comments down below. What do you guys think of the season? Apart from that, I'm a guy. Thanks for watching, everybody.